glad that this game did not take place 2 nights ago when we were in the midst of a wicked snowstorm. We have a whiteout tonight. They are waving the white towels here in Philadelphia as the Eagles get set to meet the New Orleans Saints.
Foles, who wears number 9, as did his predecessor at Woodlake High School in Austin, Texas, Drew Brees.
Hey, it's the playoffs! That's enough said! No! We dominated all around tonight! We didn't work at the key hill! We came in the playoffs and dominate! We dominate tonight, boys! We in on 3! 1, 2, 3! Where?
We came in with a lot of confidence, feeling like we matched up well with these guys, felt like if we just executed the plan that we would be successful.
On the road, and especially outside, the personality of the New Orleans Saints changes. They're not throwing the ball around as much as they do. I think we're going to see them running the ball a little more than they want to run the football.
Hey, and I just tell you, I think they're going to try to run a little bit out of nickel. Nickel.
Eagles go to nickel coverage.
52 nudge smash, H2. You like it?
In 2013, Philadelphia had the league's top rushing offense, while New Orleans ranked 25th.
20,
Starting with their first play from scrimmage, the Saints flipped the script.
What a first down run by Mark Ingram.
To neutralize New Orleans' passing attack, Philadelphia came out in a nickel defense with 5 defensive backs. This left linebackers like Connor Barwin with the responsibility of stopping the run.
They do a really nice job of pinning Connor Barwin to the inside, and Ingram's able to get out on the edge.
Hey, we're counting on us up front to stop that run.
Let's fight the run to nickel now, right?
Now come back in nickel versus the run. Get off the block and make a play. We stop the run in nickel, we dominate.
Vinny, they run it on first down. Hey, Trent, run on first. We got the pass game now.
Guys are big guys.
We wanted to kind of force them to run the ball, so we had to play some coverage against Drew Brees. Looking back on it, I think we did what we wanted them to do, but we let them leak for too many yards in some of those runs.
Hey, too much in the run now. Too much in the run.
After Jason Witten had 12 catches against Philadelphia in Week 17, many expected the Eagles would struggle defending All-Pro tight end Jimmy Graham.
They allowed big Jimmy Graham to just release off the line of scrimmage without anybody putting a glove on him. I think you have to hit this guy every time he comes off the line of scrimmage.
Shut the up. Do it again. Make another play.
Guys, get your hearts. Again, hey, if a guy's going by you, right?
Hit him.
Bang him, right? Hit him.
You're going to see Connor Barwin come in here after Jimmy Graham and just completely mess up that end of the route.
That Eagles secondary doing a lot of different things to Jimmy Graham, redirecting him with linebackers.
They did a pretty good job in handling Jimmy Graham in the passing game. They obviously had a pretty good plan.
Sometimes Barwin's responsibilities included jamming a receiver at the line of scrimmage and keeping an eye on the running back.
He has time, he's pumping, he is going deep, and it is incomplete. Intended for Sproles.
That's a miss by the quarterback, Drew Brees, because Sproles gets behind Connor Barwin.
Hey, if I'd have turned around, Coach, I had a pick. I didn't know Drew Brees could have thrown that far.
Back goes Brees. He is having it deflected, incomplete.
Perfect play by Connor Barwin. He had Darren Sproles, and he knocked him off the path and then flipped around and still tipped the football.
Philadelphia led the NFC in total offense, with an average of 417 yards per game. New Orleans held them to only 256 on Sunday. Early on, a Philadelphia drive stalled when Nick Foles held the ball for 7 seconds before being sacked by Cam Jordan.
Foles just holding that football forever.
Foles again on the shotgun.
Touchdown, Riley Cooper.
He's looking.
Pro, good protection.
He's still looking.
All day.
He fires, and it is caught. Riley Cooper!
What I tell you? What I tell you?
On the only touchdown of the first half, Foles again stood his ground in the pocket and narrowly avoided another takedown by Cam Jordan. For the second straight week, Philadelphia scored a touchdown late in the first half, while leaving their opponent enough time for a field goal drive.
This will be a 46-yard attempt by Shane Graham.
Hey, Sugar Shane! Hey, Sugar!
Shane Graham on the final play of the first half.
Hey, Sugar!
McCown puts it down. Graham steps into it, and it is going to be...
Sugar missed it! Ah, no, he didn't.
Good. 7-6 after 30 minutes of football at Lincoln Financial Field.
Anything from the first half you want us to work on?
No, I thought we were pretty good overall. We just don't need to turn it over.
A one-point game. 7-6 Eagles as we begin the second half.
Hey, we got to go do the same thing now. Same thing. Battle. Defensive battle now. Hey, they're going to run the ball. They're going to try to run the ball. Let's fly around up front. Stop the run. Stop the run.
New Orleans ran the ball on 4 of its first 5 third-quarter plays.
Well, one thing that the Saints felt like they could do is run the ball a little bit, and if that happens, then you get the opportunity to throw some more of those seams.
Once we felt like we were pushing them, set up some big plays, we hit the big play action.
2nd and 12 for the Saints. Play action fake. Breeze rolls right. Pumps. Looks over the secondary. Throws it. And it's caught by Lance Moore. Battling his way to the goal line and in.
They started it with the running game here in the second half. Picked up some good yards. Through fakes to pitch to Darren Sproles. It sends the entire Eagles defense that way. And Lance Moore is coming on the drag route across the middle.
Offensively, we were able to run the ball very effectively. Ended up getting some big plays in the passing game eventually. I think it kind of opened up once we started really, pounding the ball on the ground.
Drew Brees completed his first 6 passes of the second half, finding success on intermediate routes behind the linebackers and in front of the secondary.
Brees throwing on the run, wide open on the far sideline for a big, big gain is Benjamin Watson. He was wide open, and Brees does such a good job of finding his receivers.
Brees' arm helped put the Saints in position to extend their lead.
Ingram fighting his way to the goal line. He's in for the score.
Hey, a lot of football left. A lot of football left. Hey, let's go!
Just as the Saints' offense was heating up, their defense took a major hit.
Avant went up to catch the ball, and he was hit. He was hit hard. The guy who hit him, the Saints' Keenan Lewis, hasn't gotten up yet.
There may not be a more significant injury that you could name on this team the way this game is going right now than if Keenan Lewis is hurt, because he has done the job tonight on Deshaun Jackson.
Keenan Lewis held Deshaun Jackson without a catch through the game's first 2.5 quarters.
That's a big loss for the Saints, and the Eagles have to capitalize on his loss. Foles in the shotgun. Foles is back. Foles steps up. He's rolling. He's looking. Still looking. He pumps. He is going deep down the far side, and it is caught inside the 10. Foles put it up there, and Deshaun Jackson went up and got it inside the 10.
There you go. Keenan Lewis goes out. Deshaun Jackson goes up.
4 plays later, the Eagles were in the end zone.
Foles, he gives it off to McCoy. He's in! Touchdown! Shady McCoy! And the Cats arrows.
Great job, Shady. Hey, good job, Bo. Hey, that's the way to pick us up.
The fourth quarter opened with an exchange of field goals. The Eagles then took the field, trailing by 6. With Lewis still sidelined, Nick Foles took advantage of a depleted Saints secondary.
Foles fakes to McCoy. He's back. He pumps. He looks. He's going deep for Deshaun Jackson. Pass interference on the Saints.
great job by Deshaun Jackson. A little move, but here at the end, a veteran move comes back through the defender, and you're going to get the call. But Nick Foles deserves some credit as well. He looked off the safety to make it a true one-on-one situation. Down the middle field, looks left all the way. I guarantee it, he knew where he was going with that ball the whole time.
Hey, they're going to score. We got to go out there and get a stop.
It is 2nd and goal from the 3. Foles fakes, rolls, looks, fires, complete, touchdown!
Let's go, Rick! Let's go! Let's go! Here we go! Let's go now! Play on football, baby! You know it's coming down to the end!
There was 4:58 on the clock. Time the Saints were able to manage perfectly, thanks to the turning point.
I thought after we scored, if we could pin them down deep and then get a start, I thought we had a shot at it.
Darren Sproles' return and a costly Eagles penalty gave New Orleans favorable field position.
Sproles will bring it out to the 10, 15, 20, trying to get the edge up to the 25, to the 30, 35, and dragged down from behind, possibly by the horse collar. Looks like it was, as it was Kerry Williams making the tackle, and flags fly.
So that's going to take the ball out to about midfield.
In a game like this, they could ill afford that penalty.
The kickoff obviously hurt, giving them a start to get over the 50, and then it made it a short field. You're just trying to get 15, 20 yards to put yourself into field goal range.
Sproles was able to bounce his return outside thanks to a quartet of blocks that left him one-on-one with Kerry Williams.
That return really killed us. Just milk the clock and kick the field goal.
Hey, with this good field position, alert the run.
Drew Brees would like to erase all the conversation about how they can't win and the cold in the playoffs.
With the game on the line, the Saints continued to run the ball.
Eagles defense on the season was 10th against the run, but the Saints are piercing them tonight.
All year we stopped the run. All right, let's stand up.
On the closing drive, it was smash-mouth football.
I'm going to take it all the way down, Drew. Find out where our guy likes the ball.
After collecting 3 first downs, the balance of the game rested squarely on the foot of Shane Graham.
From 32 yards out, this for the win. Treasure to snap. McCown puts it down. Graham has it on its way.